I am going to UFC Seattle, and it's changed, man. This is the fight card, the original fight card, and um, this is what I got a ticket. Me and my two brothers are going. I got a ticket. And this is what we paid for. And this is an insanely stacked card. If you know about the UFC or anything, you can tell how stacked this card is with the names and how many ranking fights we got. And it's not happening anymore. This fight card is completely changed. And this is what we're getting now. Which it's still not bad. It's just not what they brought it up to be, man. Like Nursulton Song Yadong, Raw Font Dominic Cruz retirement fight, Barboza Garcia, Gene Silva, Brendan Allen, Anthony Hernandez, Michael Chiesa was gonna be on the card. Curtis Blades was on the card, bro. Iron Cutelaba and Ibo Aslan's on the card. Ketlin Vieira was on the card, bro. Like, there were so many good fights on this card. And just pullout after pullout, fight cancellation after fight cancellation, replacement fighters pulling out after the replacement fighters, man. This card just completely fell apart, bro. It was crazy, man. So this is not what I'm getting anymore. This is the new card, the official card we're getting after all the pullouts, and so many fights added because the card was lacking so many fights after everyone pulled out. So I'm gonna do a prediction on the fight card because I am going to the event and I want to see how many I get right. So, starting off with the first fight of the night, Modestas, Bukasaka, okay, versus Raffael Cerqueira. Modestas? Holy crap, bro. That's the thing with the UFC. They have names, man. But he's a bit older. His resume's kind of here and there with losses and wins. Just because he's been around. And, yeah, I don't know if he's going to win. Raffael has only one fight in the UFC. He fought this guy, Ibo Aslan. Ibo Aslan KO'd him in the first 51 seconds. So it's his only loss. It was in the UFC. And I don't know, I guess Modestas could be like the OG and just someone in the game and who's been around and can beat this guy because this guy's like, this is his second UFC fight and he might just be able to school on him. That would be the way the why he would win, but I feel like Raffael, he only has one loss and it was in the UFC. Otherwise, he's pretty good, and I feel like he is the underdog, and I've seen other people not picking him, but I'm gonna pick Raffael. I think he's gonna pull it off. I'm gonna go with him for that first fight. Nursulton Ruziboev versus Eric McConico. Eric McConico is a cornerman, I think, for Jared Cannonier, who he's a cornerman for. He has a record, but this is his UFC debut. So, UFC debut. He's like 9-2, so it's not a bad record, but I haven't seen any of his fights or who he's fought. But Ruziboev, bro, was on like a 10 first round knockout streak coming to the UFC and continued it, I'm pretty sure, in the UFC. But he did just fight Joaquin Buckley, and Joaquin Buckley took him to a 3-round decision and beat him. So, but since Eric is UFC debut, just getting into the UFC, probably just trying to get comfortable, I feel like Ruziboev might get that first round knockout. So, I'm going with Ruziboev by first round knockout. I think he's gonna get it done. And that last fight I just did, that was an original fight on the card. This one was an added fight on the card. Another fight added on the card, literally on like Tuesday. Like literally this week they added these guys to the card. Nikolay Veretennikov and Austin Vanderford. Nikolay's been in the UFC. I think he only has 2 fights in the UFC. Oh, sorry, 1 Dana White Contender Series, 1 UFC fight. Lost both of them. They're both kind of have the same record, to be honest. And Austin's making his UFC debut. But I'm going to go with Austin. Because I think he has a bit of a better record by a tad bit. But this one was literally added this week. I haven't looked into it at all, to be honest. I looked into it a little bit, but I'm just going to go with Austin. Yeah, I'm just going to go with Austin, so. Ricky Simone versus Javid Basharat. Javid Basharat, one of the brothers of the Basharat Bros, and he is the favorite going into this fight. And I was thinking him originally, but Ricky Simone being just someone who's been in the game maybe a bit more, I think. I feel like he could just bro, I should have had this done, my bad. Okay, sorry, Ricky Simone hasn't been in the fight game that much longer. But he's on a 3-fight lose streak against alright people. Song Yadong's decent. Mario Batista's the terrorist of the sport. And he just lost to Vinicius Oliveira. Vinicius Oliveira is really good, so that's valid, but yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning to Ricky Simone. I'm not sure how he gets it done, but I'm just leaning to Ricky Simone. So I'm going with Ricky Simone for that fight. That's also a fight that just got added to the card randomly. Wasn't on the original card. Now, Mansur Abdul-Malik versus Nick Klein. Originally, Anthony Cerqueira was fighting Mansur. Pulled out, so Nick Klein's the replacement. Mansur is 8-0. 2 fights in the UFC, I think. 1 Contender Series. 1 he fought on UFC Vegas 100 in the Apex. He's good, man. And Nick Klein had a good Contender Series performance, and he's making his debut now on short notice, which is what I think is tough, the short notice part. And I saw an interview, and he says Mansur's faster than him, maybe has more power, but he gasses out. So Nick Klein says he's gonna let him gas out in the first 2 rounds, and Nick Klein's gonna beat him in the third, which would mean a finish he needs to get. But I don't know if he's going to get the finish, and then that might just screw him over, and then it'll be a 29-28 overall decision, right? So my heart's saying Nick Klein, bro. I want to go with Nick Klein. I want Nick Klein to win. And I'm going to go by either first round submission or a 3rd round knockout. One of those 2. Because he might just get the quick submission. I feel like, again, he might just blitz, or he actually might just wait. And if Mansur gets tired, Nick Klein can capitalize him, hopefully tee off or take him down and ground and pound or something. So we'll see. I'm going with Nick Klein though on that one. Andre Fili versus Melquizael Costa. Where are we at? Andre Fili, okay. I'm going with Andre Fili. He's the underdog by a tad bit. He got knocked out by Danny Ige, and then he fought Cub Swanson. I feel like he lost that Cub Swanson fight. It was a split decision. I feel like he lost that fight against Cub Swanson, but he got the win. I haven't seen Costa fight, bro, and I don't really know how good he is, but I'm just going with Andre Fili off of not a lot because, yeah, I'm just going off Andre Fili off of nothing, bro. So, then this is a fight that got added to the card completely. Now this one, my brother will not shut up about. Iron Cutelaba versus Ibo Aslan. Now I really want Iron Cutelaba to win, and then I looked at his record. I know he's older and been in the game, but I didn't realize bro like has like 2 losses, 1 win, 3 losses, 2 wins, or like 3 wins and then like 2 losses. Like he's very hit and miss, man. And I want him to win, but he's very hit and miss. Ibo Aslan just came off that 51-second knockout over Raffael, and he's just younger. And so I feel like he's younger. Iron Cutelaba's been in here, and his record's just been so back and forth that I'm gonna go with Ibo Aslan to win, probably by knockout, because that's how these guys like to fight. They're just gonna stand and bang, and so one of them will find the shot. But I feel like it's gonna be Ibo Aslan. I'm going with Ibo Aslan by knockout for that fight. Now we'll get to the main card. Alonzo Menifield versus Julius Walker, man. So Alonzo's ranked 15. Julius Walker making his UFC debut on short notice. This was a fight added last minute to the card. And I feel like it's safe just to go with Alonzo Menifield because he's been in the UFC. He's okay, to be honest. He's nothing crazy. But I'm going with Julius Walker. I think Julius Walker's going to get it done. I feel like, or not get it done. He's going to get the win. I don't know if it's going to be a decision or a finish, but probably a finish if it's light heavyweight. But I'm going with Julius Walker to win. I don't know. I think he's 8-0. He was a champ at another organization. I can't remember which one I saw, but he's 8-0. I'm pretty sure. He's decent. I've seen some of his stuff. He's not crazy, but Alonzo Menifield ain't crazy either. So I think he's going to get the dub. I think he's going to get that ranking also. And I actually look forward to this fight. I want to see how Julius Walker does. So he's I'm excited to see these fights live for sure. Now next fight, bro. Gene Silva versus Melsik Baghdasaryan. Baghdasaryan hasn't fought in a year and a half. Gene Silva just had a crazy 2024. Literally made his UFC debut, fought the Contender Series in the late 2023. Fought 3 times, I think, in 2024, and just all by knockout, bro. Like how? Like this guy's different. He's obviously part of the fighting nerds. We know the fighting nerds are crazy. It's just, dude, he's different, man. And I think he's just going to knock him out. Especially the guy being on a year and a half layoff. I don't know if he's ready for what Gene Silva is going to bring to him. So, I'm going with Gene Silva by... I'm going to go with a second round knockout. That's what I'm feeling. Now, Rob Font versus Gene Matsumoto. Rob Font eventually fighting Dominic Cruz for his retirement fight. Now Rob Font got a replacement at least. I'm happy he's still on the card. But Gene Matsumoto 16-0. But Rob Font's like a gatekeeper. He don't let those guys in the rankings, man. And so I'm really tempted to go with Rob Font just because of he's good, and he loses to top competition. And he just beat Kyler Phillips by unanimous decision, which I was not expecting. I really thought Kyler Phillips was going to win that fight. And Rob Font was able to stop him in the second and third round and win those rounds after he got the first round off of Rob. And Rob was just able to pull the last 2 rounds off and adjust. So, Gene Matsumoto being 6-0. It's just like, when do these undefeated guys lose, right? So it's like he's 6-0. But Rob Font, there's a lot of people losing their O's this year. Payne Talbot lost his O. Umar lost his O. Tatiana Suarez lost her O. There's so many other people that lost their O on UFC 311. Some Carpenter guy, something Carpenter's last name, he lost his O. Just so many O's, and it's crazy, man, how many O's are going. And so I just see Gene Matsumoto taking his first O in 2025 when all these other people are taking their first loss. And to be honest, if it's by Rob Font, that's not bad. Rob Font ain't the best bantamweight in the world, but he's one of the top contenders, and so I see no shame in taking your first loss to him. But I feel like Rob Font's going to take the dub here. I'm going with Rob Font. Probably by a decision. I don't know what his finishing ability is like. Like how he feels like he's going to get that finishing instinct and finish Gene Matsumoto. So I'm going with Rob Font by a decision. Now this is my favorite fight on the entire card. Brendan Allen versus Anthony Hernandez. Brendan Allen. I'm going with Brendan Allen. He had a pretty rough fight. I know his last 2 fights were a bit rough, okay? But Anthony Hernandez is really good, yes. Anthony Hernandez did choke out Roman Kopylov, and he did beat Michel Pereira. But Michel Pereira had no cardio. So Anthony Hernandez survived the first round and beat him up for the next 4. And got the TK on the last round. Roman Kopylov, I don't know what to say about Roman Kopylov. I'm not a big fan of Roman Kopylov, but he is really Roman Kopylov's decent, but whatever. We're not getting into it. But I like Brendan Allen. I'm going with Brendan Allen, and I know he had a close fight with Chris Curtis and Chris Curtis was on short notice, so Chris Curtis wasn't like training or anything, and he had a close fight with him, and he had 1 round against Nazardine Amavov, but he literally got that takedown and held him down for that round. Didn't do any damage, got the round, and then just couldn't get a takedown in the next 2 rounds. Face plant into the canvas. It wasn't a good look, man, but I really, 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 really want to see Brendan Allen win, and I'm going to choose Brendan Allen to win. Off of some hidden power strength, if you know what I mean. He's got that, I don't know I forget what it's called, that retard strength, basically, though, but there's some acronym, but he's got that retard, not strength, but he's got that retard style that I think he's going to somehow pull it off. I'm going with Brendan Allen. I think it will probably be a decision, because they both really got good grappling, that I don't know if they're going to submit each other. And this is also a rematch. They fought back in, I think, FLA it was. They fought in another organization. And Anthony Hernandez won by unanimous decision, I think 49-46. Pretty dominant. But I'm still going with Brendan Allen. I'm hoping he can pull it off. Also, bro, look at this guy. Brendan Allen is like Charles Oliveira, bro. Bro cut his hair from long. It was long and in braids. Now it's short. And bro dyed it. This guy thinks he's Charles Oliveira, and I hope he is acting like Charles Oliveira in this next fight, because I need him to win. And then the main event, Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong. Now, I'm pretty happy that for my first event, I get to see Henry Cejudo live. A legend, a double champ, all this stuff. Gold, like, everything, bro. And so I'm really happy to see him. Song Yadong, he did just lose to Peter. Well, his last fight he lost to Peter Yan, which was almost a year ago, last March. And Henry Cejudo, when he came back from retirement, he fought Aljo and Merab. Lost to split decision to Aljo, and then lost to just got mauled by Merab. I don't know if Song Yadong's on those guys' level. That's why I feel like Henry could do it, because I don't know if Song's on their level that Henry would be able to pull off a win above him. But I'm pretty sure Henry's... My brother brought it up. I think Henry's 38. And Song Yadong's young still. Like 29, 28 or something. He's young. So... I would like Henry Cejudo to win. Just because... I would just like to see him win. But I'm going to go with... If I'm being realistic and picking a prediction, I'm going with Song Yadong. I feel like Song Yadong will win, but I would not be mad if I got that prediction wrong, because I would like to see Henry Cejudo win. But I'm going with Song Yadong. 5-round fight. Probably goes to a decision. I'm trying to think. Has Song Yadong done a 5-round fight? That's what I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if he has. Oh, I'm stupid. Well, he's done 2. He did one when he lost to Corey Sandhagen. He fought till round 4, and then when he fought Ricky Simone, he fought till round 5. So he obviously can go 5 rounds-ish, because he made it to round 5. But can Henry be better at going 5 rounds? Which when he fought Aljo for the belt, it was 5 rounds, and he did win a split decision. He did lose to a split decision, so he got one of the rounds. But Henry Cejudo can do 5 rounds. I feel like better than Song Yadong, but I don't know if it's gonna go 5 rounds or what the. I don't know. Song might clutch up the first 3, and then Henry might do better in the last 2, but. I'm going with Song Yadong by a 48-47 decision win, 3-2 for Song Yadong. But my backup prediction, I'm gonna go with a Henry Cejudo ground and pound TKO in round 4. Round 4 ground and pound TKO for Henry. That's my backup prediction if I'm wrong about Song, because that's what I feel like might happen. But Song Yadong otherwise by decision, unanimous decision, 48-47 is what I'm going with. I'm super excited to go see this card, bro. It's a decent card still after it fell apart from what we could have had here. This crazy card, what it could have been, turned into this. It's not as good, but still pretty damn good. I'll take it. If you guys like the UFC cards, I might do some more predictions about stuff or talk about it more. We did get crazy announcements. Edwards is now fighting Brady, but instead of Jack Della Maddalena for UFC London. Canada, Montreal, 315. We got Bilal Muhammad versus JDM now, and Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiant. Double belt fights there. And we got the 314 full card, bro. Stacked. Volkanovski Lopez for the vacant belt. Ilya vacated it. Chandler, Paddy Pimblett, Jeff Neal, Carlo Prates, Ige, Sean Woodson. There's a lot of good fights on 314. And maybe I'll talk about it if you guys even care. I just don't want to be yapping for too long, because I don't know if anyone watches this far, but yeah. That was my prediction for UFC Seattle. I'm going to it Saturday this week. I'm going to do a vlog as well. I'm going to do a vlog of the place. Take some videos from inside the arena of the fights. Enjoy the fights. Hopefully, I really want to get a poster or something from there, some kind of merchandise from going there to have. But we're gonna do some little vlog thing here and there. We'll get some footage, put together a video for it. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment something related to the UFC, because I like talking about UFC and I like replying to comments, or just comment something in general. I don't even care. I'll reply to it. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. We're trying to get to 300 by the end of the year, which I think is only 40 subs, not a lot, but you know, we're 2 months down, coming up almost 2 months down. We're trying to get to the big 300 by the end of the year, so we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in a live stream soon, but I'll see you guys in a video probably next month in March is when I'll drop my next video. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Deuces.